Yeah, what is ethics? It is a system of moral principles, rules, and conduct, and it is the great ability to distinguish between right and wrong in any matter, and we are supposed to act according to that right or wrong, whatever we decide. That is called as ethics. So according to my perspective it may be right, according to someone else's perspective it may be wrong. So my personal ethics will play a role there. So that is what is called as ethics here. Then coming to introduction part, we have learned the ethics in different names. Now if you see the ethics in different names in the different languages, in Latin ethics is called as ethicus, and in Greek it is called as ethikos, but the root word ethos is present in both the languages. And what is the meaning of that root word ethos? It means the character, what you are, how do you react in a certain situation, how do you understand the situation and move on. Maybe you don't see much changes in the situation in your present age, but once you finish your degree and get into the job, then you'll have more responsibilities to take up, maybe from the family side, or at work you will have more responsibilities, you are given a very good position. Okay, in all those situations, how do you face the situation is what matters. If you face the situation with lot of pressure, tension, or stress, you will not be able to solve all the problems. But if you have a calm mind, if you're able to understand the situation, try focusing more on solution rather than the problem, in all these cases you will be able to slowly uh, you know come out of any sort of bad situation. So this ethics is a way of living. Okay, the way of living, what you're actually living, that's called the ethics. It's a branch of philosophy. Basically it's a branch of philosophy that is concerned with the human conduct, but this branch of philosophy is applicable to all the subjects that is available under the sun. I'm not talking about any particular branch of study. I'm talking about application of ethics for everything under the sun. Okay, it studies what is right, what is wrong, but that right and wrong is seen in the sense of morality, morally how right it is. Okay, morally how right it is, if at all a person is hitting his or her parents, right? And we understood example here where it was talking about a doctor. Now a doctor has medical ethics to follow. Doctor as a person will have a personal ethics, but also will have the medical ethics to follow. Now that doctor should not differentiate between any caste, creed, race, color, nothing. He or she has to differentiate. They should only see them as a life. So even if though he's a terrorist or an opposite enemy person, even in those cases they have to save the life. That is the ethics, medical ethics of the doctor. But in medical ethics only, the abortion of a child is not unethical, or it's not illegal. They can do it to save the life of the mother. Okay, but if you think in a normal way, in a view of moral way, then abortion is a illegal activity. It is very what do you say, a curseful activity, because they are taking out a life there even without being born. So this subject is very very delicate subject. You will have to know how to put forth the subject to the public. Okay, so that is what is about the ethics. Then when we was trying to understand the sources of ethics. Now in sources of ethics, we have general inheritance, what we have learned from our mother, grandmother, their mother, Okay, and again father side also, your grandmother and grandfather and their fathers and all that, they would have told. Okay, so these are few things which we follow at home. Okay, we try to inculcate that into everybody's life. So that is general inheritance. Now I was talking about during Sankranti you prepare that ellu bella and you eat. Okay, so why is that done? That's a general inheritance that has come from our forefathers. There is no rule that you should always do, but it is always best to do it as part of a festival. So our forefathers understood that, okay, people, if we say, they will not do. So let us add the religion to it. Now, when they add the religion to it, we follow it even more with interest. So that is why this general inheritance, many of the general inheritance practices are mixed with the religion. Now, when it comes to religion, it might be any religion for that matter. It's not only about Hindus or Muslims or Christians or Sikh or Parsis or anybody. Everybody will have their own way of seeing the things. Okay. Now, according to one religion, we pray. Let's say Hindu people pray cow as God, but some other religion, they don't pray any animals as God. They just eat everything. That all depends on the religion. Whatever ethics they have got into place, that they will follow. It's not that only this religion is right, that religion is right, the other religion is wrong. No, it's not like that. As per the religion, their point of view, that is ethical and unethical. Okay, so that is another source of the ethics. And the final source of ethics given here is philosophical and legal system. So as per the Constitution of India, as per the few acts of India, or our court system what is there, and according to our Puranas what we study, see, everybody will have their holy book. Okay, maybe one religion has more holy books, one religion has less holy books, so all holy books together is one book. So philosophical, when it is there with religion, okay, we have so many gurus there. Okay, we have so many teachers or mentors. You are supposed to call them as mentors. Now these mentors are always trying to inspire us, and they're trying to encourage us to do good in life. Now Swami Vivekananda, you can take them as an example. Now that person, that Swami Vivekananda, many of them treat him as a mentor, because the philosophical idea that was given by Vivekananda, the way Vivekananda led his life, okay, all that is in a ethical way. So that also forms part of ethics. Now legal system is what our government tries to give us the rules, which we have to compulsorily follow. Okay, all that are also part of ethics. Okay, in India it can be ethics, but in some other country the same legal system cannot be a ethic. Okay, so you should not generalize the ethics anywhere. You should see the situation, you should see the country, their beliefs, and then only you will have to decide. So these are the three sources of ethics. Now coming to the differences between ethics and morals, and we have differences between ethics and laws. You can expect a 6 marks question from this. You just have to explain these points. Okay, if you just explain these points, you will get the marks. Morals are personal codes, while ethics are followed by a group or culture. So me waking up every day early, doing my job in a particular timetable is my moral. So I do it personally. But as a family, if we all wake up early and if we all do a particular work according to timetable, then it is called as ethic. Okay, it is a code which is followed by a group or culture. Then morals of a person do not change with time, while the ethics can. You being very helpful will not change any time. You will keep helping others throughout your life, but ethics can change according to situation, ethics can change according to time. Okay, so that is your ethics. Then moral differs from person to person, while ethics are similar in a group. So maybe one likes to study at night. Okay, they feel it more peaceful to study at night, but the other person is a early morning reader. Okay, he or she likes to do it in the morning. Okay, or let's say if one person always keeps telling the truth, they don't like to tell lies at all. So if a whole family of if a whole community starts saying only the truth, then it will become an ethic. But if only one person is following that, that will be the personal moral of a person. Okay, just make some running notes here and there for examples or anything, so that you'll be able to understand it better. Okay, now moral of a person do not change. Maybe personally you will not lie to anybody, but ethics, maybe in your group, in your family, just because of some situation somebody would want to, or somebody would have lied about it. Okay, so that is also possible. Morals differs from person to person, while ethics are same in the group. Okay, so let's say there are two people, A and B are there. Now A is a very honest person. The best quality or the best person who is very honest is A. But if you see B is a person who will always lie, who is always lazy. Two different people are there, right? So these might be part of same ethic. These might be part of same ethic, but their morals are different. Okay, their morals are different. Then morals are based on religion, whereas ethics are based on philosophy. We don't connect too much of religion to ethics. Okay, but morals are mostly based on religion. You will see giving if your grandmothers are there, they usually give examples of Ramayana, Mahabharata, the scenarios that happened in Ramayana, Mahabharata, and they always say, see, you should not become like Duryodhana, who was very greedy, who misused his power to get, he was too greedy than whatever he was deserving. So that is why they give you a lot of stories like this. All these are related to religion, but ethics are certain rules which are common, irrespective of religions. They are more common, so those are known as ethics. So that is the difference between ethics and morals. Now moving further, we will understand the differences between ethics and law. Okay, now coming to ethics and law differences. Ethics are rules of conduct. Law are rules developed by government in order to provide balance in society and protect to its citizens. So here it is man-made laws which are according to the country situation. Okay, now before we had Arya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmins, like this we had different class of people. Okay, the class of people were based on their work actually, but later what happened, slowly all of them started differentiating them with whatever class that they had. They started differentiating them on the basis of income, which is not correct. So that is why we got lot of rules for the so called lower class people who were being harassed at that point of time, before let's say before 200 years, when those Britishers had come and all that, right? So everybody was being harassed, but then they were the most harassed people by the other people who came into India. So for because to safeguard all of them, they came up with lot of rules and regulations which everybody should follow, so that everybody is treated equally in the economy. Okay, that is law. But when it comes to ethics, it will be a separate set of rules which we would like to take it. Okay, so that is a different concept. So maybe, yeah, maybe just talking rubbish stuff, talking about others unnecessarily, all those are not part of ethics. Those are general examples. Then ethics come from people's awareness of what is right and wrong. Laws are enforced by government to its people. So laws, it is compulsory to, one second, hold on. Yeah. So laws are what government has done, but when you talk about ethics, it is from your group of awareness saying what is right and what is wrong. Okay. Then ethics are moral codes which every person must conform to, and laws are codification of ethics. See, at one point of time, you can feel laws and ethics are very similar. They are very much same. What is the difference? There is a very minute difference between them. So that's why you will not be able to, you know, clear cutly say they are completely different. Some point of time you will just start implementing ethics into laws and laws into ethics. Okay, so ethics are moral codes which every person has to follow, but laws are codification of ethics. So you cannot just talk theory, you have to implement that into the society to treat the people better, to treat the poor better, to make sure everybody is getting the food at least once in a day or twice in a day, to eradicate poverty, to get employment. So all these can be added to this ethics here. Then ethics does not carry any punishment to anyone who violates it. The law will punish anyone who happens to violate. So if you do not follow traffic rules, it is a law. It is a rule that you are supposed to follow. So if you don't follow, if you break a traffic rule, then you will be penalized. You will have to pay the fine, or in extreme cases, you are put behind bars. The person is put behind the bars. But in ethics, if a person is, talking about other people, talking rubbish about people, his or her own friends or colleagues, okay, all this, nobody will punish them, but it is not a right thing to do. So that is ethics. There is no one who will keep a check on you saying are you doing it or not. Okay, it is to yourself, you have to reflect if you're right in the ways that you're doing it. Then ethics come from within a person's moral values. Laws are made with ethics as a guiding principle. So ethics will help the laws to grow better. But if you take ethics itself, it is how one person grows as a person. Sometimes many people overreact. For that situation, it was fine to stay calm, but they would have overreacted. They would have got angry too much. They would have went and fought with people. Okay, that overreaction which was not needed might be part of ethics. They didn't realize, but it just came out. Okay, so thus ethics can be considered as a source of character of a person, expressed as right or wrong conduct or action. Now let us say there is a person A who is in a very bad situation. Okay, person A had was traveling in a bus. Let's say person A was traveling in a bus. Some thief will take the purse of A. So A was traveling in a bus. It was a very rush bus. Now purse is gone. A's purse is gone. Somebody has stolen the purse. Now A does not have money. Okay, A does not have money. Now you have mobile phones, Paytm, everything is okay. But bus charge and all, nobody will take Paytm. That is the problem. Okay. So now A has, let us think there is no Paytm, Phone Pay, Google Pay, nothing is there. Only cash was allowed. So now A has what options here to do? Just because his purse was stolen, somebody stole his purse, can he also steal somebody's purse to get the money? That thief was a bad person. That thief was a bad person. He was an unethical person already. Now, just because he had stolen the purse, can A also steal somebody else's purse? Can he do it? Yes or no? Answer. Yes or no? Can he do it or not? Now, A can know his ethics. He can keep up his ethics and not steal. And then he can ask help from others, right? He can ask help from others by explaining the situation. Or if at all he has some phone or something, he can call home and he can explain the situation wherein they can come and get him the money. Okay, so this position where he had to decide that he should ask help or he should go on and steal somebody else's purse for the money, that was the exact decision, the major decision he had to make. That is more ethical here. So A, as an ethical person, can have more options than stealing something from others. Okay, so that is what is required here to be understood. Then coming to nature of ethics, what is the nature of ethics? Firstly, ethics is a study of human conduct. They're repeating the similar things over and again, so let's quickly go through this. How a person behaves, what is right for the person, what is wrong for the person, is what that person will decide based on the education, based on the situation that is at home and all that. Okay, so that is one of the nature of ethics. Ethics is a science. How it is a science? It is concerned with a particular sphere of nature that deals with certain judgments. So if you see a puppy, okay, a small dog or a puppy which is got hurt, okay, if you like dogs or if you're a person who like animals, then you will surely go and help the dog. But if you are very scared of animals, then you're like, okay, now I'm not going and doing anything because I'm scared. That's fine, because you're very scared. But seeing the situation, seeing the nature, you come to a conclusion saying, yes, this is right, this is what I'm supposed to do, and this is wrong, this should not have been done. You will many times judge your friends or your relatives, right? They should not have spoken, they should have not have told this word. Even if your parents scold you and you get angry on them, even at those times there are situations which happens like that. So we as a human will have lot of emotions which will be inside, which will keep building up, and sometimes it get blasted out, or sometimes we are very calm, we are very happy. So there are a lot of ups and downs in the emotion that happens. But in ethics, it is a science, because we will have to think in many ways, and then only we have to act according to the right or wrong of the subject. So that is why ethics is called as a science. Then ethics is not an art. It is a science, but it is not an art. It's not about learning and acquiring skills. It is not about you go to a let's say you go to a doll making class, okay, or you go to a tailoring class. That is a skill, it's an art. You get that skill by learning it. But when it comes to ethics, you should have a predefined understanding about the situation. Okay, so how some of your friends will be more matured, how your parents will be able to make better decisions than you. Firstly, age. Second is experience. Third is ethics. Okay, their uh, background, how they have been come up, all that will matter. So you should understand the situation in a proper way, and everybody's understanding is different and everybody's understanding is right. So that everybody's understanding which is right for themselves, that is called as ethics. So ethics is a science and it is not an art. Then ethics is a branch of philosophy and moral philosophy. Now philosophy has lot of things involved in it. Now in this philosophy, what will happen is there are too many people which will get involved here. Firstly, it will be the family, the first family, that is your mother, father, and if at all you have a sibling, sister, brother, anybody, elder, younger, doesn't matter. Okay, sibling means anybody along with you. This is the first family. And then your grandparents, both the side, mothers and father side, whoever are there. Or if you have anybody else who is elder at home, very very elder. Sometimes in few families you will have your mother's grandmother. Okay, not your grandmother, your mother's grandmother. So your grandmother's mother will also be there. So in such times they would have been talking about age old philosophy, and every time you go they sit and say you some stories. Many times you'll not understand what they are speaking, right? So they would have been talking about lot of philosophy on a higher level. So this philosophy is important for us to understand at least a little in life. It is not something which is boring, but you will understand slowly when you start having more responsibilities. That knowledge, why are you studying, why are you doing a degree? At the end of the day, you want job. Why do you want job? You want to earn money. Why do you want to earn money? You want to eat, you want to have food, right? At the end of the day, stomach is the reason for everything. So you feel, okay, only for that why do you have to do so much? So there are a lot of things which gets covered under philosophy, and we have to carefully understand each philosophy there. Then ethics is derived from religion, philosophies, and culture. It's the same repetition. Again, your forefathers and all would have got some rules and regulations, some culture. They will say, yeah, we are gonna celebrate few festivals. In few families they don't celebrate, let's say they don't celebrate Deepavali. It might be there due to any reason might be there. Only that for that family they don't celebrate, others all will celebrate. So all that are which comes from the culture of certain families. So that these are the nature of ethics. It's a study of human conduct, it's a science, but it is not a art. It is a branch of philosophy and moral philosophy, and it is derived from religions, philosophies, and culture. Now, what is philosophy? It is a love of wisdom. It's a study of general and fundamental problems concerning matters such as existence, knowledge, values, reason, mind, and language. Why are we existing? Why are we born on this earth? We are trying to find the root of the birth. From there it starts. So philosophy is a big ocean to understand. We have lot of gurus here. Those gurus are called as mentors. Now these gurus will guide us to certain philosophical paths. That guru might be any person of any religion. Every religion will have their own gurus and they will have their own philosophies. Then coming to role of ethics, the moral obligation and sense of duty, the responsibility for actions are included within the scope of ethics. So what all does ethics include? moral obligation. What is the moral obligation? If you are the elder person, if you are the elder son or elder daughter in the house, you automatically get that responsibility of taking care of your parents. Even though your son or before it was only elder son who was looking after, but now there is no difference. So elder son or elder daughter, if at all your elder part, or if you're the only one person, then you automatically start getting that responsibility of looking after your family. You yourself will start saying that, okay, now I will help you people, I will do this work. You volunteer. So that is a sense of duty which comes within you, and that has to come. And the responsibility for actions. If you have a grandmother or grandfather and you take them, you go for a walk along with your grandparents, you will automatically slow down, right? You don't run, you don't walk fast. You will walk to their pace, you will walk to their speed. Correct? So why is that? That is responsibility of action. You show your grandparents that, yes, I am along with you, I will take care of you, and we will go for a walk. That's a responsibility what you're trying to show in your action. Okay, you remind your grandparents to take tablets. Okay, your mother gives something in the kitchen to give it to your grandparents, you give it to them. Or you help your mother in the kitchen, you help your father in the work. So all these are some sense of duty and responsibility which is there for every person. It is not told. Nobody will come and always say, you have to take care of me, you should only do this, you're only responsible. Maximum of them, nobody will say. It already comes to you whenever you come to that position. So that is the scope. That is all which is included in the ethics. Then ethics deal with moral good in order to query the nature of human behavior. This human behavior is very complicated. You can see few of them getting angry very quickly. They will not even think. If somebody says no, they get angry. But they are very calm apart from that. Apart from that angry times, no, they are very calm in certain situations. It is very complicated. So in ethics, we are trying to understand each and every person's behavior and why are they acting like that. Okay, why are they acting like that? Now you see, in lockdown, we had lockdown from March, third week or so, fourth week, we had lockdown. Now people were at home for 2-3 months, May somewhere, okay. But after that, people were not able to stay at home for a long time. Why? It is a natural human behavior to, not stay in one place for a longer period of time. You cannot stay in one place for a longer period of time. At least you go out for a fresh air and come in. You get some refreshment. Okay, you go for work, or you deviate your mind from one thing. Okay, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. If you sit silently or if you sit quietly for 2-3 days, no, you think you have gone mad. So you try to keep yourself busy with something. That is how human behavior works. So it deals with the moral good in order to question and understand the human behavior. Then it inquires into the actions, motives, intentions of human. So it will ask you, what is your intention? Now we see lot of news, that happens, that we see on the news channels. You see news saying somebody has killed someone got, committed suicide and all that. Now what is the for that killing action, what is the motive? What was that which encouraged the person to kill another human being? What was the reason? That is what the law will try to come out with. You would have seen this CID serial. So CID serial, they would like to find all the possible reasons for any action or any crime that has happened. So first of all, ethical, unethical, they will see later. That ethical, unethical will be decided after knowing the intentions. After knowing the intention of a person. If the intention of a person was to help help that person really, but then the action was not correct. If he wanted to help the person, he should have done it in a different way, but not to kill a person. So the action, motive, and intention all should go together. All should go in one pace. Okay, then only it is called as ethical role. Then it merely debates over a moral consciousness and various problems associated with it. Many times you would have thought, right? Okay, is this right what I'm doing? Is this wrong? Or this right or wrong? Should I go? Should I not go? Your friends would have called you for some place. They'll ask you to come, let's meet. Okay. And out of in that group of friends,